Hey guys, Mark W. Flockhart with Think Insurance. Today we're going to talk more about the agent side of the insurance industry. So if you're an agent and you're wanting to have advice and tips and tricks and all of that, I'm actually creating a course, which I'm starting from scratch. I'm starting on a piece of paper on how to be successful as an insurance agent. So it's mostly home and auto and those personal lines type of insurance. If you're interested in that, subscribe. Hit the follow button, hit the bell icon, turn everything on, because I'm going to announce that eventually where you can sign up and actually register to be part of that and help me kind of design what you're looking for as far as insurance agents. So today we're going to talk about why insurance agents fail. This is a topic that's a little bit close to home because I've had a lot of experience with a lot of reps. I worked in a call center that used to sell insurance. There was 300 plus employees, 100 and something in my department. A lot of those guys didn't make it. And then I worked at another position, and actually the position I'm in now, where the turnaround rate in insurance, if you're in life insurance, is like 92%, 98% or something like that just quit. If you're in the personal lines of insurance, that rate is a lot lower. So you're typically going to see anywhere from 40 to 60% of the people quit. And I understand why. I get it. Like, everybody wants to come in and they want to make money and they want to be successful. And that's great. And they want to help people. But then they start making phone calls and they learn that, oh man, the people really don't like my help. There's like 10% of the people that are nice. There's only a couple people that, like, I got to beg them to give them a quote. And by the end of it, they're excited and happy, but I've got to beg 100 more people to let me save them money. And it's really crazy because that's the way the industry is. I believe I heard on the radio years ago that it was the 5th most hated thing that people have to buy, which is insurance, car insurance. And I get it. Like, people don't want to pay the money unless they have a claim. It's kind of one of those catch-22s. It's like, everyone's a hate insurance. It's a waste of money. And I hope that at the end of my life, it was a waste of money, because that means I didn't go through a claim. I didn't have a medical injury. Nobody got hurt. And if you have to go through that, you can see the devastation of the importance of insurance. That's another video. I think I've already made one, so if I did, I'll link that there. Otherwise, the reason that I see most insurance agents quit is not just that part of it. What I've seen more often and what I've seen in the past are two different changes. So in the past, it was financial. People would come in the industry and they'd be like, I'm going to crush it. I'm going to make $500,000 a year. It's amazing. And then they get into these jobs, especially at a call center, which is what I did before. And you're selling and you're selling and you're selling. You're not really building anything. You're working for an hourly paycheck. You punch in, you punch out. The benefit to that is you walk away. You either sold or you didn't, and you don't care, right? At the end of the day, you made some money or you didn't, and then the next day you get to do it again. I'm just gonna call you guys right out. If you're truly a salesperson, that will eat you up inside. The fact that you have to start over month to month. You don't get to keep what you sold before. You don't get to work with the people you talked to a minute ago. You literally sell them and move on. So that part will hurt you as far as a sales agent, unless you have some sort of control over that book, like you are connected to it. Personally, I actually like it both ways. I would love to sell and walk away and let someone else service and handle and nurture that client. And then I'm there if they need me in the emergencies. But then I would like to go sell another one. You can look back and say, oh man, I built a $2 million book of business. And I don't feel like I even know half of the clients. Like, I get calls and I talked with Frank, and I remember Sue, she's calling me every week, and this person's doing this. So I know a lot, like I'm involved, but I'm not overwhelmed. And that's where a lot of agents get lost, is they get overwhelmed with the busyness. They're doing the marketing, they're doing the managing, they're doing all of that stuff. I talked more about that in this video here, so if you want to watch that, feel free to look at that. But that's the piece that I see a lot of agents that were in the past having to struggle with. And what they wanted to do more often than not, the ones that weren't really like heavy-hearted salespeople, is they wanted to move around in the company. They wanted to go to underwriting. They wanted to be in service. They wanted to go into an easier sales position. They didn't want the aggressive, let's get it, let's push you through it, let's get it sold. I'm saving you $3,000. Why don't you want to buy it today? They're not willing to ask those questions, and naturally, they're not going to get as many sales. So that was what it used to be. It was a financial thing. It was people just getting in the door of a company, thinking they could sell, realizing it's 10 times harder than you thought, and then not wanting to continue with it. The new one today, where I see most people fail, and I've seen probably in the last year 5, 6, 7 people leave the companies that I've worked with, and the biggest thing is anxiety. I don't know why, but people are anxious in today's world. There's just a huge piece of anxiety, and I get that. It is a tough world today versus what it was there, not because of what you have to do, but because of the expectations that you have. You're worried about pleasing somebody, you're worried about doing this, you're worried about looking good. If you don't, you're gonna get flack from your coworker, which never should be part of your job, but it happens, right? We can't control it at some point. And then you've got the sales and you're trying to hit numbers, and then you're not quite there, but somebody is, and there's always competition, even though it's friendly and it doesn't make a difference. There's still a focus on that, right? Let's all kind of friendly communicate and aggressively see who can do better. We're competitive people. And because of that, I think your new people, your younger people in their 20s and early 30s, they get too anxious and that anxiety gets to them. I don't know if it's that people are soft. I don't think they are. So I'm just saying this from the heart. I remember every single job I've done, I've been anxious. No joke, I wake up in the middle of the night, the first 3 months. There's gonna be a few nights where I wake up in the middle of the night, like, credit card 425, because that's all I'm doing or all I'm thinking about. And I'm like, I gotta get another sale. I gotta do this. I gotta focus. Oh, your coverages are 250. And I wake up and I'm like, oh man, I'm sweating. I'm like, crap. It goes away, guys. It does. It only lasts for a short period of time. If you're jumping in feet first, head first into that pool, and you're doing the job 100% plus another 20%, so you're staying not past 5, past 7, and past 9 like I did, then you're going to be successful. But you're also going to get some anxiety because you're going to be constantly thinking of what's the next move? How do I get better? How do I improve? Well, guess what? I'm here to help you guys with that. I'm going to start that course, like I said. I'm going to teach you guys how to overcome that, how to work with customers, how to be more engaged and sell based on the value of the policy, not just the price. So when you sell customers, you keep them for a longer period of time because you've built value. You didn't just sell them the lowest, cheapest thing. Definitely don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button down below. Turn the bell icon on. I'm gonna go a little bit further in depth and then we're gonna let you get going. So the typical insurance job, it's a little bit of a grind. You don't have to have it as a grind, but you're gonna take 2 to 3 times as long to grow. And most people don't want that. They wanna make that $80,000, $120,000, $300,000 a year income. And so that is gonna take a lot of commitment and it's gonna take a lot of involvement. By doing that, there's gonna be a lot of stress involved. You're gonna have to deal with some of the issues. You're gonna have to learn a lot of different things. You're gonna have to hone in your skills. You're gonna have to be good at what you're doing, not just look at the pretty picture and say, great, he's making 120K. That seems easy. Let's go ahead and do that. Customers are gonna be jumping all over to get to the prices I've got. So if I can do that, I'm gonna sell them left and right. I wish that was true. It just isn't. Like I've lost sales as I've saved them $5,000 and never sold them. It was too much of a savings. It's out there. I see customers all the time. They're saving $1,500, $2,500, and you have to be likable. You have to be approachable. You have to have the right coverages. You couldn't have messed up at all, because if you do, there's going to be something for that agent on the back end that they're dealing with that's going to try to undercut you. It's not that it's a shady business. It's just they're going to hold on to the client for dear life. And if they think that they're a little bit leery on, do I like this agent? Do I not like this agent? They're going to go after that, right? And so you're never going to gain that business. That's one of those frustrating things that you learn as you go. That's the beauty of it. It's something you can learn over time. Anyways, guys, I don't want to go into a rant. I hope this was helpful. I'm Mark with Think Insurance. I will see you in the next one.